Hello, 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 and welcome to Courageously Kind. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Liz. We're twin sisters and best friends.
Together, we share stories of especially kind humans doing especially kind things, in hopes that these conversations motivate and inspire you to be kinder to yourself and others. When we're not speaking with an incredible guest, we'll speak directly from our hearts about what it means to us to be courageously kind.
So, we're celebrating our first birthday.
Season 2 premiere of Courageously Kind. If you haven't noticed, we've had a little bit of a break. We were a little busy.
Little summer hiatus. But now we're back. Season 2.
How weird is that?
I know. We made it this far.
We did it this far. It feels like just yesterday we were started.
But it also feels like we've been doing this forever.
Yeah.
So, it's weird in that
So I love
regard.
it.
We went back and listened to our first episode.
Oh my god, I have some notes.
Liz has talked slow, rambled, and from iPhone 6 to real equipment.
Yeah, that was weird. We started on sitting on my bed
Mm-hmm.
with your phone,
Mm-hmm.
the iPhone 6, just talking. And I think we laid the phone down on the bed.
We weren't even talking into the phone.
Yeah,
We just...
and you can tell. I don't remember what episode where we switch, but there's a definite switch.
Noticeable difference.
Definitely. And I was so glad we invested a little bit.
I know. And bought
Upgraded,
microphones.
Right? I got some real supplies. Another thing that I thought was really funny, when we started this, I had no idea what we were getting ourselves into.
I was kind of convinced that no one would listen.
Well, I thought, Maddie, this is so weird, a podcast. I don't listen to podcasts. You don't listen to podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Our family doesn't know what a podcast is.
That was another challenge we ran into. We had to explain to everyone what a podcast was. Trying to explain to my grandma what a podcast was. But they grew up with radio, so...
Right, and I was like, it's just like a radio
like a radio
show.
station. They're like, a radio, and we're
You're
like,
on the
it's
radio?
not that cool.
But I had no idea what we were doing, and I thought, a podcast, why? But I'm so glad that we did it.
You're welcome.
Courageously Kind has really kind of blossomed into much more than a podcast.
Ooh. So, season 2. What can we expect from season 2?
Well, we're going to be doing the same thing, but it's going to be better. We are going to have a lot more interviews, a lot more people. I was listening to our first episode, getting ready for this week, and one of the things that we wanted to do in our first episode was highlight organizations and people doing really awesome, kind things. And we still want to do that. So we're going to have a lot more guests on season 2.
Woo!
Very excited. I can't pick a favorite guest.
I think it's impossible. Even the people we interviewed last season, I guess, and this coming season, it's honestly impossible.
You can't pick one.
I don't think we've had an interview yet that has gone poorly. One of our first interviews, we were so nervous.
Gosh. You could tell.
You can
We won't say it, but our first interview, we were so
most definitely tell that we're so scared. But it's impossible to pick one.
Yeah.
I couldn't even pick a favorite episode. I was going back through our episodes and I couldn't.
I have a soft spot for the first one.
Yeah.
For the little idea.
The very first one.
Yeah. So I have a soft spot for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't pick a favorite.
Yeah, me either.
What's your favorite?
Let us know.
What's your own?
Let's hear them.
I do.
So we can't pick.
This is confession time. I will go back and listen to previous interviews.
Yeah.
I listened to all of Spirituality Sunday again.
Yes.
Um,
Spirituality Sundays was a mini series that we did within season 1 last year that we hope to bring back at some point in time. But we got to talk to people from different faith backgrounds and ask them sort of generally the same questions and really just have them give us advice about life, too.
Yeah, really. It was selfishly give us words of wisdom.
Right.
But I go back and re-listen to those because sometimes when we're doing an interview, I'm so nervous.
Me too.
And I'm like sweating and I'm panicked and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I hope the cat doesn't crash our interview.
Right.
I hope like the phone doesn't ring. Like
that happened. We were filming an interview earlier today, and the cat was good, but the phone rang. The clock
went off.
Chimed.
But I always
just
get
the
so
beauty of
nervous
it.
that sometimes I miss like half the interview.
Yeah.
You know? So I love going back.
To go back and listen. Isn't that great?
Cool.
I wish we had that in real life. So many conversations that I wish I could replay. And
you know what's funny? Our first episode, or it may be the trailer. That's 11 minutes long.
some trailer.
We talked about, you know, if nobody listened to them, it's just a record of our conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought it was so funny that you said that.
Oh. That we can go back and listen to.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, it's been an entire year.
A whole year.
Courageously Kind. And I thought this was so funny. We were talking, when we first created it, we're both very optimistic people, and we're both really like dream big goals. What do we want to do? You know, we're big believers, and if we speak about it and we talk about it, it'll help us get there.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also realistic.
Yeah.
And we also, I noticed, kind of hold back on those dreams and those goals sometimes.
Almost like we don't want to say it just in case we don't.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. Yeah.
So, in our first episode, I don't remember which one of us said it, but somebody said, even if no one listens, and I look back at that and I laugh, because we have listeners in over 52 countries, which blows my mind.
I can't even fathom that. We've never been outside the United States. But there's people in 52 different countries.
Yeah. It's crazy. A year ago, nobody knew who we were. And we were just two girls chatting in our bedroom. And we always want Courageously Kind to feel like that.
Yeah.
No matter where it goes or where it takes us, we always want it to feel like, you know, it's us and you, and we're just chatting.
Yeah.
But now it's us and over 100,000 other people.
We just hit 100,000 followers on TikTok before our first birthday, and it was like
insane.
What?
I can't never imagine that.
I can't.
It blows my mind.
Fathom it.
It's crazy. It's so weird and it's wild, and to think.
Thank you.
Yes. This birthday episode is more to celebrate you than us. We're not celebrating us here. We're celebrating you.
Yeah.
Courageously Kind would be nothing without you. Our hashtag has over 3.8 million views. 3.8 million people care about kindness.
And I hope that gives you as much hope and optimism as it gives us, because that's what keeps us going. There are days when we are thinking, nobody cares about this, nobody wants to hear about kindness, like, what are we doing this for? And then we look at these numbers, and it gives us the motivation to keep going.
It blows us away.
And numbers we shouldn't get our validation from others. We shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, how many other people watch or whatever, because even if no one was listening, I think we would still be doing this.
Absolutely.
But you give us hope.
You do. True. So much hope. You keep us going, and we love you.
So as much as we want to bring kindness and courage to your life and hopefully inspire you and give you a little spark to get you going, you keep us going.
Yeah,
so
all that energy is reciprocated.
Yeah.
It's just
so wonderful. So something we're going to start doing in season 2. We've been talking a lot about season 2 and what we want to do and what we want to do different. we really want to do like a little good news segment toward the end of the episode.
Yeah, we think that news this day can be really anxiety-inducing.
For sure.
Really scary, really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to bring you some good news every time you listen to us. The good news was something that we started very early on.
Mm-hmm.
And, as we were really excited to start this, and as we got going, some of the things that we started, we didn't follow through with.
Mm-hmm.
So we're taking everything that worked and that we liked
Mm-hmm.
and taking that with us
Yeah.
into season 2.
And you should do that in your life, too.
Absolutely. Take what you like.
Leave the
what you don't.
rest.
So if this good news idea sounds familiar, and you've been with us since the beginning, we are reinstating that segment. Woo-hoo. I always love the idea of having a little segment.
Yeah.
I think it helps us not ramble,
Yeah. Kind of keeps us on track.
keeps us on track, keeps us in the right direction. Because there are episodes that I listen to, and I'm like, we are going in 1,000 directions.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Crazy.
For sure.
So this will help us stay on one direction. Can you add a little one
Yes,
direction?
I will.
Thank you.
It'll help us stay on track.
Stay on topic.
Yeah.
Now that I just got off topic, to reassure you that we'll stay on topic.
That's reassuring. Anyways, so our good news segment, it's kind of a humble brag. I'm just preparing you.
It is a brag. We thought for our 1 year anniversary birthday, our good news is going to be about ourselves today. It won't be like this every day.
No.
We will give you legit good news.
Yes.
But
We thought this was really
we
cool
thought
and we
this was
wanted to
really
share.
cool.
Okay. So this week, our good news segment, it is a humble brag.
It is.
Forewarning. Won't always be like this, but something pretty cool happened this past week that we wanted to share with y'all because we thought it was really cool. Okay.
So I, about once a month, make a TikTok telling people and really thanking people for interacting with our content. Like we said before, we would not be here without you.
Mm-hmm.
You keep us going. And every time you interact with content from a creator that looks the way I do, you are really making TikTok a more inclusive place. I really mean that. You're paying attention to people that don't often get paid attention to in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to thank people for that. I don't think people understand how meaningful and how important, that 60 seconds of your life is. You can really make a difference in that.
Mm-hmm.
So I always make a TikTok about once a month thanking people for supporting us. And we got another supporter.
So, for some context, if you don't know, that was singer-songwriter Andy Grammer.
What?
We are huge fans of Andy Grammer's.
Such a fan.
He is such a cool dude. I'm sure you've heard his songs before. Gotta Keep Your Head Up was like one of his. That's a classic song.
Classic.
Good to Be Alive right about now.
Oh,
Good to Be Alive, I think it's just the title. My mom's favorite song right now. He's amazing, and he's so nice, and he's so
like a good person.
courageously kind.
Yes.
So that's our good news. It made us really happy.
I mean, we learned about it. We were on a live stream on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody said something like, "Have you seen Andy Grammer's new video?"
We were like,
I thought it was
yeah,
like
that's
a
cool.
music. I
Yeah.
thought like a music video.
Yeah.
I knew that he was really, he's really like a positive person,
Mhm.
and inspiring and uplifting. So I thought, oh,
Maybe he made a video.
right. That's just really inspiring and uplifting and nice.
No, he made a video with you.
What? Wild. So crazy. So that's our good news for the day.
Go stream some Andy Grammer songs because he's an amazing dude.
Yeah. And I love to, going back to like supporting people, I love supporting people that you really know are good people.
And Andy Grammer is one of those people.
Absolutely. And you can listen to his music and you can support him and you know that you are supporting a good person.
There we go. There it is.
Oop, there it
There
is.
it is.
Oop, there it is.
So, happy birthday, Courageously Kind.
We love you.
Thanks for being here. This is only the beginning for us.
Yeah.
lots more fun stuff to come.
We'd like to give a huge thank you to Anna Waltz Landscape Contracting for their support of Courageously Kind.
Anna Waltz is a family-owned landscape contracting company in Berks County that has served Pennsylvania for over 35 years.
If you're ready to get your landscaping project started, visit annawaltzlandscape.com or call 610-916-7070.
Anna Waltz Landscape Contracting, beautifying Pennsylvania 1 yard at a time.
Thank you so much for listening. If you like this episode, feel free to share it with your friends, your family, or anyone you think might like it too.
And if you want to support the show, leave us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It really does help. Or check out our merch store at courageouslykind.org. Take good care, and we'll see you back here real soon.